Looking for a housing market update? Denver was ranked one of the top 15 most competitive markets in the US. Hey everybody, I am Alyson Wahl with Live South Denver, your real estate strategist and realtor for the South Denver area. All right, so where are we at coming out of Q1, heading into Q2? Let's see what the data says as we closed out March. About 4,900 closings, up 11% from last year and up 17% from 2 years ago for last month. Where did most of that growth come from? Surprisingly, condos and townhomes. Their closings were up 22% over last year and 30% over 2 years ago. Houses under contract increased by 31% last month to 5,500 homes. But new listings dropped by 10%, down to around 5,800. Denver closed out March with fewer than 1,600 properties for sale. That's a mere 9 days of inventory, people. This is an intense market for sure. The average days on market dropped 5 days from the month before. It's down to 18. That was a 10-day drop from last March. And the median days on market for Denver was 4. Yeah. 4. Half the homes sold in less than 4 days. The other half took longer. And as we talked about in the last video about the market, being a more than 4 days on the market does not mean that it took a long time to sell. It means that the agent put it active early in the week, let it sit there, let showings build up, let interest build up, and then showings took on that next weekend. And then it took a couple days to go under contract as they filtered through all the offers. So even if a home was on the market for 8 days, it was probably on the market for showings for 2 to 3. So what do all those numbers mean for prices? Last month, we talked about how we crested the 101% mark for the list price to closed price ratio. Well, we have just kept going up from there. The average last month was 101.7 for all homes, 102.3 for single family homes, and this month we hit 103.4 for all homes as an average original list price to closed price ratio. Single family homes hit an average of 104.3%, and condos and townhomes also broke the 101% mark. They're at 101.6. Putting this into perspective means that if you're looking for a single family home, the average everyday kind of ho-hum offer to a seller is almost 5% over list price. So if you want to wow the seller, you have to bring a lot more to the table. It doesn't all have to be money. It can be terms, it can be the free rent back that they want, and it can be a lot of other creative and bold moves, but you gotta do more than just throw a little extra money at them right now. So as you can imagine, these high bids are pushing our average and median prices up and doing so quickly. The average closed price for homes in February was $547,000. So that's 2 months ago, the data. The average closed price for last month, March, as we close out Q1, was $579,000. That's a $32,000 increase over the month before and a 15% change over the previous year. When we carve out single family homes and look at their prices, those have increased 19% since last March, and that equates to more than a 6-figure increase in home prices. Condos and townhomes were certainly more modest, a 9% increase, but as we looked at with the closings and how much those boomed in just this last month and how they are now the affordable home or the entry-level home, we're gonna see that take off here in the next couple of months, I really believe. We are just about to tip over the $500,000 mark for median home price across Denver, and that is a 13% increase year over year. When we summarize all of the first quarter, we had the lowest number of new houses hit the market, just over 14,000. We beat out Q1 of 2018 by about 230,000 homes for the fewest number of homes listed. So 5 years, this is the lowest inventory we've had in a first quarter. We also had about 14,000 homes go under contract. So just as many hit the market, just as many go under contract. So this market is obviously very tight. And that 14,000 going under contract is the most we have ever seen. Not seen in 5 years, ever since we have kept data. So here we have the lowest inventory in 5 years, the highest going under contract on record, you can see why we constantly are talking about how crazy and tight and intense this market is. So what does it all mean for you? Sellers, we need you. Do your service to the public, sell your home. We can't go on Amazon and buy more. If you are wanting to sell, now is the time. And I know you're thinking, well, where am I gonna go? Everywhere is a seller's market. Just about, that's really true. But there are a lot of things we can do to make it more palatable and easy for you. You are in control. You can rent back your house for 60 days and really you don't have to pay for it. Everybody wants your house so much, they'll just about give you what you want. Buyers, I know you don't like hearing me say that, but you buyers know that we're in that kind of a market and you have been doing great work at studying, understanding, continue to do so. When you find a home you love, be aggressive, don't hold back. Find your number of no regret. I don't want to see buyer's remorse for you. What is a number of no regret? That means find that number where if you put $1,000 more in, you know you'd lay down at night and go, oh, I don't think we did the right thing. I wish we hadn't put that much money in. But if you didn't put an extra $1,000 in and you lost the house over that, you'd kick yourself. There's a sweet spot in there where you know you put everything you had forward, but you didn't put in too much. That's what you want to offer, along with aggressive terms. And then you'll know if you didn't get the house, it wasn't meant to be, and there's gonna be one for you. Guys, thank you so much for letting me share about the Denver market with you. If you have questions, if I can serve you in any way, you know I want to chat with you. Please feel free to reach out, and I can't wait to see y'all next week.